reporting live from the end of CES. This happened 2 days ago, this episode. Babin and I were just walking and he said to me, fuck dude, I don't think we can put any of it out. There was so much important information, like secret information, it was just something we couldn't put out. So, you know, that's today's episode. Bottom line is, like, some days it just fucking works out that way. Enjoy it. Hey guys, CES 2018, off to a good start, some good meetings. Claude Andrea, our new Chief Client Officer, she's great. And so it's going well. We're going to a dinner party right now that we put on, and a little wine, little senior executives, a little networking, and then the Media Link party, which I'm not sure I'm going to go to. Last night was a pretty exciting night. You do not understand. If I lose tonight, it's even better. And so I didn't sleep actually out of just excitement, which never happens. So I'm gonna try to get some rest because it's a long week, but I'll sneak in there real quick, kiss some babies. I'm gonna get mobbed this week, so need to be careful. So see ya. How are the kids?
Everyone is really good.
Everyone's good? Good holiday?
Jake, you have changed his life, truly.
So awesome.
Not knowing that we were connected.
I know.
He's been following you. You realize that?
Yes.
And said to me, Mom, do you know Garyvee?
Yes, I remember the story.
Okay. And now he writes like Garyvee on his LinkedIn and has like
sold out, but there are
2,000 views in a
I love
minute. Like something like that. Like
I love it.
he's not the Garyvee status yet, but I gotta tell you, watch out.
On his way?
Because he's
I better-
damn close. You better
Time to get back to
watch
work.
out.
Let's go, Babs.
He's
love it. Good for
catching
him.
up, and his confidence. I mean, he always had that confidence.
Yeah, but now it's
it's an educated confidence. You know.
yeah.
And so it's really quite remarkable. You know,
makes
you
me
got to
happy.
bottle that. So I really cannot thank you enough.
It makes me super happy. But listen, we can create the framework, but it takes them to take advantage of it. You know, he did. Here we are in a partnership dinner with the female quotient. Shelly Zalis is one of the most interesting and dynamic executives that I know in the game. And VaynerX, Pure Wow, and VaynerMedia have teamed up with FQ, the female quotient, the Girls Lounge, all her incredible energy on most important issues like, equality, not only on the female scale, but just life. Just an incredibly fascinating woman that I've gotten to know over the last 5 years, who I have an enormous amount of respect for, sharp as a tack, heart of gold, big time brain, just love her energy, character. Wait till you see her puffy pink knit coat. But nonetheless, we're gonna do a little fireside chat here and talk about equality issues in the marketing world as we see it across the world, and how do you not over pander, how do you not under pander. Should be a great question to a great group, and I like these kind of small dinners where you get to think, and that's what tonight will be about. I think, the thing that's been running through my mind quite a bit around change is respectful disrespect, right? So, you were talking about, this is a true scene, we actually have it on film in the back room before it started. Oh, no. We're talking about the main stage at CES and, the issues that I'm sure we'll get to tonight. And I literally asked Shelly, I'm like, where is the main stage? What is the main stage? I've been coming to CES for 6 years. I've never gone to the conference. I didn't know there was a main stage at CES until some of my friends texted me about, like, let's break the main stage, right? And in that moment back there, I'm like, it's respectful disrespect. I'm not disrespecting CES. I'm not mad at the status quo. I'm just not spending any time on it, because the only way you can change is when you don't accept what's already been accepted. You're just only focused on one thing, which is the reality of the marketplace, the end consumer, whatever you're doing for a living. So for me, I think, listen, when you're an entrepreneur, you don't have somebody judging you, the results judge you, and so maybe it's been easier for me than a lot of you that are executives, so I have a lot of empathy to that. But I do think that respectful disrespect is what comes to mind in making change, which is, I'm fascinated by people looking backwards, because nothing that happened yesterday is what gets you to the next place except the thematics, but the details and the execution change. And so, to me, when we were talking about this, I asked you, who picks the people for the panel? Like this stuff is so simple. I have a lot of CEOs who are always like, I'm mad at my salespeople, and I ask her, well, change their bonus structure. You can get any salesperson to do anything you want in the world by making the bonuses reflect what you want to happen. If you want to do more Facebook stuff, make an arbitrary bonus that if you do 7 Facebook things, you receive 80% of your bonus. And then everybody will do that. And so for me, I think we shouldn't even talk about this tonight. I think we need to figure out who's picking it and mandate and move on.
There's been a lot of conversation, I don't want to say controversy, but a lot of conversation with CES this year on women on the main stage. I think you've all seen a lot of press and more importantly, a lot of tweets around it and people kind of arguing about why this and why that. And so Stephen has been, instrumental with UM and CBS Interactive. So I want to thank all of our amazing partners for thought leadership.
Like I agree 100%. I love the concept. What we're gonna do is go around. We're gonna give you a little bit of time to think about this, but this is not about 4 to 7 or 11 people getting up here and taking the mic. When you look at the pedigree of everybody in this room, whether in the beginning of their career or later in it, everybody here has something to add. So we're gonna go around and ask everybody for what their point of view is as an actionable item to make this better, and take all 50 thoughts and consolidate them and create an output. And so that's what we want to challenge everybody to think about. Like, what's the actionable item? Like, if you're the lord of executing this fix,
Or the Lordess.
Or the lordess of of executing this fix, what is your point of view? And I've just been listening, and I think about things quite a bit about in a very basic term of offense and defense. And I think a lot of what we're talking about tonight is defense. We're reacting. So, Battle of the Sexes, Billie Jean King did not convince the UTA to change the rules. They created the Virginia Slims tournament. But we're not talking about the reality of that situation, which is they built a different thing, which they were in control of. And so whether it's my idea of dictating or grassroots, it's still, there's a gatekeeper. We need to understand real life. I think everybody here does. And so instead of pandering to the gatekeeper, to me it's binary. Either we go back to, let's figure out who the 54 gatekeepers are and collectively put pressure on them, and or create our own thing and all go there. I really just genuinely believe it's A or B. One of my favorite things about even coming to events like this and then micro events within events like this is meeting new people. So fun little thing on your way out to the elevator. I think there's a lot of people here that don't know each other that should. So one face that you don't recognize and say hello, I think would be a really good tangible execution. Hope you have a great CES and a healthy 2018. Thanks for coming. Right?
And I know what you see in me. You see the truth, see the me in me. You see enough to believe in me. You see your son, but it's he in me.